Good everyone. So today I would like to talk about why pain is not a reason to stop training. So one of the things that I have learnt in the many years of coaching people, the different people that I've coached, and primarily coaching older people, so people in the ages of 40 to 90, has been the main demographic that I have coached. And so having dealt with all these people, there is a fundamental thing that um, you know people will have this idea that if I exercise, then I'll be sore when I'm older, or if I do some certain sport, or if I do some activity, or whatever it might be, that I'm going to hurt myself and I'm going to be sore as I get older. But the reality is, you're probably going to be sore when you get older, regardless of what you do to a point. And so you can either be sore when you're older, sore and weak, or you can be sore and strong. And if you're sore and strong, you can generally still function. You still have the capability and the resilience within your body to be able to do the vast majority of life tasks. If you're weak, unfit, and sore, the pain and these injuries and all sorts of things become such a burden that you begin to not be able to do any tasks in life. And this isn't to say that certain high impact activities are, a good idea, because a lot of them might not be. But people tend to use this idea of having some level of pain as a reason to stop all activity. And this, I think, in the sense of pain, really needs to be understood more on a scale, and using it as a reference and a guide to how you might train and how you might exercise as you get older. So the idea that any type of pain is a reason to stop moving is probably going to leave you in a very bad situation, because over time, as you get older, you're probably going to get certain pains somewhere, either from simply age related issues, or from specific injuries, or from a variety of different reasons. And if you use any level of pain as a reason to stop exercising, then there's a good chance you're not going to exercise very much at all. And because you're not exercising much at all, you get weaker, you get more unfit, and the reasons for the pain become worse. And so the pain over time actually gets worse, and the underlying issues become worse, because you're now getting more unfit, but also not dealing with the pain. So when we consider pain in relation to working out and exercise, we should always use it as a guide. And so if you're experiencing pain that is excruciating during some sort of movement or exercise, then that's obviously something that you should stop doing, at least for that, for the time being, and understand why it is. But for most people, the level of pain they're dealing with is not excruciating. It might be that they spend 10 minutes warming up, and that pain has now gone to something that was, a bit uncomfortable when they walked in, to something that's not really a big issue anymore. Or they might find that specific movements, maybe doing really deep squats with a whole lot of weight, causes them knee pain, but doing squats onto a bench with a smaller amount of weight causes no knee pain at all. Or then you might find that bench pressing hurts your shoulder, or overhead pressing, or any variety of exercises, specific movements might be causing pain, and that you need to alter and modify the way you're doing things in order to still build strength and capacity without, exacerbating any underlying problems that you might have. But for most people, they will find that if they continue to move, their pain and their injuries will tend to get better, not worse. Their body will adapt to it. And this is, I'm obviously talking about training properly and doing it the right way and being sensible, but not avoiding moving because of pain. Pain is a signal, and pain is something that we should listen to and take into account. But we can't let the sensation of pain stop us from moving entirely, because it's a downward spiral, and it doesn't help the problem. It doesn't make the problem better. It simply is trying to run away from the problem, but the problem stays there. And so we can then also obviously combine this with rehabilitation type exercises as well as regular exercise, and often come out and find that we can make pain that was quite uncomfortable on a daily basis become something that is experienced far less frequently. So don't let pain become a reason to not move. Use pain as a guide and work out sensibly, but make sure that you keep moving. The more you can maintain the movement and work around whatever issues you might have, the better off you'll be, because you won't allow yourself to become unfit, because that's the last thing that you want. Is if you have a bad joint or an issue that's causing you pain, is to become unfit, because it will mean that ever getting over that again will be much harder the more that you let it go. So I'd be interested to hear your experiences with pain, with exercise, what issues you've had. And if you have any further questions or comments, feel free to send me a message or drop a comment below.